Hey there guys, Portal Master here, and in today's video I am coming at you once again with an update on these recent leaks that we've been seeing for a potential Skylanders game coming in the next few years, whether it be 2021, 2022, or whatever you choose to believe the release date for this game could possibly be. So if you're not up to date on where we are with these videos, like with what's going on with the leaks, I know it's been very confusing. Stay tuned, because once all this dies down, I'm going to do a recap video covering all the rumors in a single video. I've basically been covering a single tweet or a single bite of news in every single video I've made so far, because I've been covering it as it's been coming. But stay tuned, I will have a video to help clear all of this up. So if you're not up to date, you should probably go catch up, because this video won't make a ton of sense otherwise. But yeah, so let's get into what we're talking about in this video. So the particular leaker who we are looking at does not exactly have the most reliable looking Twitter handle. If you know at all what I'm talking about, if you've seen any of the tweets, essentially that is irrelevant. But the name of the leaker was popping up somewhere on forums called Reset Era. Now that is a gaming discussion forum. I don't know if it's specifically a leaks forum. I don't ever use it, but I always see leaks pop up on Reset Era, and I just know they talk about that a lot. Well, apparently this user used to, be allowed on Reset Era's forums because they were actually making a couple of correct predictions. But Reset Era more or less has a rule that if you have 3 incorrect predictions in a row, you are hereby banned from, having your leaks posted on Reset Era. Turns out this particular Twitter leaker had several false predictions in a row, which led to them being not allowed to post on Reset Era. Now, I've included down in the description a link to the entire discussion thing, all 13 pages. I didn't read the whole thing. I skimmed every single page to see if there was any important details. The most important piece of information to take from this forum is that the leaker on Twitter is claiming that the reason that they had several false predictions in a row was due to the turbulent events as of late. Certain games were delayed because of COVID. If you recall, PlayStation actually pushed back their announcement for a lot of the PlayStation 5 presentations because of Black Lives Matter, which makes me think, it does at least make a little bit of sense that several other gaming announcements could have potentially been pushed back as well because of the recent events that have been going on over in America and honestly just throughout the entire world. So I understand why this leaker is sort of able to claim, oh yeah, it's because of Black Lives Matter, it's because of COVID that stuff has been delayed. This is obviously a fairly large knock in the credibility of this leaker. However, there isn't any denying that they've also made a few correct predictions. Now, some of them are vague and broad predictions. For instance, Crash Bandicoot 4 is coming and will include new mechanics and stuff like that, is a fairly broad prediction. Now, whether or not you think they had inside information or not on the Crash Bandicoot thing, that could just boil down to a lucky guess. There are several things, though, that do seem to be more than just a lucky guess, and they do try to predict more specifics when it comes to things. For instance, they did call that the Pokemon presentation would not be on Let's Go Johto, would not be on Sinnoh Remakes, but would be the Tencent project. They also called something about an Animal Crossing update. I personally haven't seen or fact-checked that, but that is what one of my friends did tell me on the internet, so I am assuming it's true. If it's not, please feel free to correct me, but I do believe that they called the Animal Crossing update that was going to happen. They said that we're going to get that announced so-and-so, whatever. So I have a personal theory about who this person is largely in contact with that leaks the information to them. I personally think that this person is more in contact with a lot of journalists than anything else. The reason I think they're in contact with journalists is because they would have information pre-screened to them, for instance. So a journalist would probably maybe get sent a press release early under like a non-disclosure agreement that says, hey, here's information on the Tencent project for Pokemon, something along those lines, or that's what to expect tomorrow. Whereas, you know, the general public wouldn't know that, a journalist would, and so when this user said he received a slew of DMs saying that the Tencent project is what would be covered in that Pokemon presentation, it makes me think that he has a bunch of journalists that are lining up in his DMs ready to tell him what they got. Now, this would line up with someone going to Toys for Bob and seeing a Crash Bandicoot project in a non-final form and basically saying, oh, okay, there's Crash Bandicoot, hey, random developer at Toys for Bob, when do you think it's going to come out? Oh, probably the end of 2020, the beginning of 2021, depending on how COVID delays things. Oh, okay. And then turns around and tells that right to this guy on Twitter. That seems like a very, very high possibility. And to me, honestly, if someone was going to Toys for Bob and signed some kind of non-disclosure agreement, at that point, you know, they could say, or do you have anything else in the pipeline? They could say, oh, well, we're currently brainstorming on a new Skylanders game or something like that. That seems logical to me. Obviously, this forum on Reset Era, we can't ignore it. It does call into question the validity of this leaker, that they are literally banned from having their leaks posted on the site because they got several false predictions. But the ban is very recent. All of that thread is very recent. It takes place the beginning and the middle of June. I think they were banned officially from having their leaks posted on Reset Era on like the 15th. So this is a very, very recent event that happened. They've gotten several correct predictions in the past, but it is an interesting situation nonetheless. Also, this same Twitter leaker went on a very interesting rant last night. I'm 90% sure they were drunk on Twitter last night, so it's a really interesting situation. I agree with a lot of people. This puts a serious knock on the credibility. You can't deny that, and this does make me trust the leaks a lot less. But I still don't think that it is to the point where you can say, it's fake, we can dismiss it. It seems logical still. To this point, everything that's been said, it doesn't seem completely far-fetched, and the fact that they have made a few correct predictions does make me cling on to the hope that they are telling the truth, and this is a correct prediction. But honestly, what do I know? But what I do want to know is what you guys think about this down below in the comments. So, also down below in the description, I will, like I said, have the link to the Reset Era forum so that you guys can check it out. So, that's basically all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. I will have more content out soon, including a video covering all of the leaks slash rumors slash tweets, everything that's been said so far on this topic, once this news sort of starts to die down and start to see a lull in it. Thanks again for watching. This has been Portal Master. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, drop me a follow on Twitter and Instagram, and I will see you guys next time.